Hey, what's up? We're doing more Q&A. So this question is from Rashab. Getting backlinks. It's about getting backlinks, probably for an Amazon affiliate site, but not necessarily. So this will apply across the board. For a niche like his example is environment, and there's no established sites providing backlinks like guest post or posting a comment, what can you do? Here's the thing, all right? I don't know for a fact that the environmental niche is not a good one. I could think of a couple examples off the top of my head that you may be able to get backlinks from. What you can do is think harder, all right? So if you have reached a dead end and you're thinking, hey, there's no sites that I can get backlinks from, you can probably think a little deeper. So if I don't know what environmental site you have. So let's say you have an environmental site. Well, you can look at maybe like homesteaders, right? So there's a whole blogging community, there's a whole subculture on like anything that you can think of. So if you could figure out some people that value the environment and they have blogs, that's a place where you can post and you could probably get a link back to your site. That's just a quick example off the top of my head that I thought of after I started rolling. So right off the bat, just think harder. You could probably find something, but there's a deeper question here. So you're saying that you found a niche where no one, you or any of your competitors, can get very many backlinks. There's not many places to get the backlinks. Okay, fine. But that also means your competitors don't have an option either. So just in general, you will have to get fewer backlinks if everyone has fewer backlinks in that sort of category. Everyone is on the same playing field, basically. Now, the other part is you can find your competitors and see where they have their backlinks to help spawn some new ideas for you. And there's also like many creative ways that you can, look outside our affiliate marketing like world, where a lot of people just do guest posting, they do like mass outreach, maybe some sort of broken link building or skyscraper method, whatever. You can go outside our community and see how like bigger companies or even smaller companies are using other tools to build links. Maybe they're building a bunch of like a resource on their page, maybe like some sort of a directory or something like that. So if you can build a resource, then you can have a valuable asset that other people want to link to. Getting to the next question, by the way, if you have a question yourself, go to the community tab on my channel. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell and all that good stuff. There's probably a thread there where you can ask your question and then I'll go through it as well. This question is from Gaz. He is looking for a quote, good quality niche. He gets snippets of hope when he finds a product that has a KGR compliant keyword combination, but it's difficult to grow that seed. All right. So keep looking, this is another answer where it's like, try harder. Like if you found one keyword, there's probably others out there. But here is the tough reality that we have to deal with. Especially in any sort of entrepreneurial pursuit, you have to make a decision with incomplete information and uncertainty. That's just how it works. So you won't know until after you get started if it was, really a bad niche. But in general, even if you pick a bad niche, like there's some room to grow or at least learn something. So if you pick something really bad, like I did on my first probably 3 sites or so as I was getting started, all of them were bad because I didn't know what I was doing. But each time I learned a little bit something more, and I also learned not to make that mistake again. And I made different mistakes each time in the way that I picked the wrong niche. But the point is, you're better off making a decision, doing something, executing, doing some work, figuring out what's working, what's not working in that specific scenario. And periodically, I don't know how often you want to do it, but periodically you could step back and say, all right, is this gonna work? Like if I fast forward 6 months or 12 or 18 months, what does it look like if this worked? Do I even want to be in that spot? Or maybe you realize I can't even see a path in which this is gonna work. So I gotta ignore the sunk cost. I have to kill this site, stop working on it and find another one, find a new one. Everyone that I know that is working for themselves full time, they usually have like a handful, a series of failed projects along the way where maybe it wasn't even a complete failure. It was just a small failure that didn't quite work out. But at some point they realized, you know what, this is not working. I need to stop working on this and do something else. My advice to you guys is just pick something, all right? Pick something. You can look at competitors, and if there are competitors out there that look like they're successful, you could assume it's probably a profitable niche, one where you could compete also, right? Everyone can probably compete with almost any niche if you niche down far enough, right? Pick something, move forward with it, and then, every month or so, like, make sure you're still in. Make sure it's still exciting. Make sure you still see a path to success. And if you can, like, get advice from someone who is further ahead. If you could get a mentor, that's great. It's kind of hard to get a mentor. The way I've done it is to buy a course, right? If you buy a course, then you usually have access to the instructor and their support team, and you can ask questions to sort of short circuit the whole thing and get the answers without having to make the mistake to learn that specific thing. Pick something, move forward with it, and then hopefully it'll work out. All right, last question here, sort of a quick one. This one is, quote, "I need the best template for site, please," from Tube Light. Okay, in this case, there's no best template. I think you mean a WordPress theme. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm gonna assume. So the best WordPress theme is, it doesn't really matter. There's a lot of really good ones, all right? It's like asking which child is your favorite or something like that. What's my favorite kind of pizza? You know what? I love all sorts of pizzas. So I can't really pick one. It's the one in front of me. What's my favorite beer? It's the beer I'm drinking, all right? The point is, there's a lot of themes out there. I generally recommend that if you have a theme already, you know how to use it, maybe you have you've already paid for it, right? You own it, just use that one. It's probably gonna be all right. Me personally, I like a clean looking site, no sidebar, and just clean, right? I just want a clean looking site so you can read the content and not fuss around with too many details. All those feature boxes and all those sexy buttons and little icons and all that, get rid of it. It's just a waste of time in my opinion. That's not to say you should have a crappy looking site. It just means all the embellishment, all the little extra stuff, it's not gonna make a big difference. I will put a link in the description. I wrote a blog post about some of the themes that I can recommend. So Rehub is a good one. I've recommended it and I've actually started using it on a couple sites right now. It's recommended by the Amazon Associate Program. They reference it in some of their documentation. Once I realized that, and I heard from some of my students who were using Rehub, I was like, hey, I better check it out. It's good. Otherwise, there's a few other themes out there that are free, right? So look at Automatic, that is the parent company of WordPress, and they put out a handful of free themes. And the good part about that is they're going to be secure and up to date and generally look pretty good. Some of them have a lot of features, some of them are more sparse, and in general, I like a sparse theme. I don't want too many choices. I don't want too many options. I'm simple. So I just don't want to fuss around with too many details. It drives me crazy. What theme is best? Look to the theme that you already own. Look at Rehub potentially if you don't have a theme that is your favorite already. And then there's some other themes that are free, either by WordPress or by Automatic, that are great. My first site, I used WordPress 2012 with 14-point Arial font. It was a white background, black text. You couldn't get more vanilla than that. I think I had a sidebar, but that was about it. Just white background, black text, clear, easy to read, and just normal formatting that you can get in the stock WordPress editor there. Nothing sexy. All right, so if you have questions, go to the community tab for this channel, Niche Site Project, and I'm Doug Cunnington, by the way, I didn't mention that. If you like these videos, please subscribe. There's a ton of playlists if you're interested in keyword research or link building or sort of the start to finish for building an Amazon affiliate site. All that sort of stuff is in there. There's short videos that are 3 minutes long, and there are some that are 90 minutes long where I go through a full training talking about a specific thing like writing content or scaling a team and writing a whole lot of content. So anyway, I'll get out of here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.